Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of GMS that rule well and teach well in sincerity, taught us this truth. Shalawam to the sincere Ahtham out there pushing, preaching, and bringing forth this 100% doctrine, as well as the 1/3 men, women, and children, maintaining themselves in this truth. Shalawam to the hopeful elect, tabernacle of David. Shalawam, shalawam, and peace be unto you, brothers and sisters. I am back out here, Brother Yaramia Kazak, back with hopefully another edifying street preaching. Back out here on the fifth month, the 12th day, in 2024. Alright, so May the 12th, out here street preaching another Sunday, getting it in. So, let's straight into it. What's been going on? A lot of stuff in general, but just tensions and more folly and more false prophecies going on amongst these camps, man. And the things that they saying going against the true brothers, the true men of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, which is predominantly in the GMS camp, okay? And the affiliates, the brothers that teach under, from off that camp and teach the correct doctrine, right? And we got all these camps basically coming up, man, and they're showing that they don't have the salt, they don't have the flavor, they don't have the oil, okay? They do not have the oil by the doctrine that they're teaching, okay? Shalawam. Some Jakes riding by. So, let's go over. Let's talk about oil, because what is that oil? That's the truth. That's the understanding. That's the knowledge. That's the wisdom. That's also the tawah, which is the mark that is spoken of in Ezekiel, the 9th chapter, right? And matter of fact, we can go there first. Let's go over there first. And let's start. Let's start at the top. He cried also, and this is Ezekiel 9:1. He cried also in my ears with a loud voice, saying, cause them that have charge over the city to draw near, even every man with his destroying weapon in his hand. And upon reading Daniel, upon understanding that Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi has set up angels to rule over these cities, right? The angels have charge over the cities, okay? So as we read in this, it was speaking about the Halalyam, the spirits which are dwelling over these cities. When all manners of judgment will start to take place, and you see thousands and 10,000s and millions of people unalive and dying, man, that's because the angels are being set loose. The angels are being let loose. You don't see the angels, okay? You're not gonna physically see them, all right? They're in a different dimension, okay? And they don't allow you to see them unless they want to be seen in a carnal body, a mortal body, right? So, angels what? Possess men? Those are what? Spirits created for vengeance. Angels possess men and carry out heinous acts, right? Or they can possess men and carry out righteous acts. Because understanding that Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi is controlling both sides. The left side, right, which is the wicked side, the evil side, and the right side, which is your righteous side, your correct side, right? So understanding that Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi is ordaining wickedness and he's ordaining righteousness to take place in your life. That's why it comes back to the saying they say, God only gives his biggest battles to his toughest soldiers. He's gonna give you what he knows you can handle. Okay? If you get caught up in yourself and you feel like that you can't take it, trust me, at the end of the day, he knew what you could undergo. He knew what challenges and obstacles you could take in. And trust me, you can make it through. You gotta have the trust, you gotta have the faith. Jacob's trouble is gonna be one of those times where that battle is coming to the saints. And brothers is gonna be tested beyond anything that they ever experienced. Okay? So, and Shalawam, Shalawam to the brothers and sisters coming up in here. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Barak, Ahtham. All right. Verse 2, Ezekiel 9. And behold, 6 men came from the way of the higher gate, which lieth towards the north, and every man a slaughter weapon in his hand. And one man among them was clothed with linen, with a writer's inkhorn by his side, and they went in and stood beside the brazen altar. And the glory of Yahawah, of Yasharahla, the power of Yasharahla was gone up from the cherub, whereupon he was to the threshold of the house. And he called to the man clothed with linen, which had the writer's inkhorn by his side. And Yahawah said unto him, go through the midst of the city, and set a mark upon the forehead of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And let's get that word. Mark. And 1 second, let me get on the Wi-Fi out here. All right, but that word mark is basically Tawah. And I'm gonna get it right here.
Strong's page 8420. Dove.
I don't know if y'all can hear it, but in the Hebrew it would be Tawah. The Tawah. It's a desire mark as a sign of exemption from judgment. So that's basically wisdom. That's understanding, Shalawam, brother. That's wisdom. That's understanding. That's knowing that you are a Hebrew Israelite, but that's also knowing the correct doctrine. That's also knowing how to carry yourself and how to handle yourself in these times which are coming forth. These other camps, man, they don't teach properly. So do they have the Tawah? Do they have the mark? Do they have that on their forehead? No. They are teaching contrary to the doctrine. They're teaching contrary to the word that Yahawashi brought forth down here and gave to the apostles. Okay? They don't have that understanding. So therefore, they don't have the Tawah. Therefore, they may, and hey, 99%, man, they're going to take the Karagma, right? Which is the other mark, which is a mark that's basically pledging your allegiance to the Antichrist or to Satan, to Esau Edom, to the beast system. Right? Anti-Hamashiach. Basically, that's what you're doing when you're taking the Karagma, right? But when you're taking the Tawah, that's simply the wisdom, the understanding, the correct doctrine. And that's why we're going to get into the 5 foolish versions and the 5 righteous versions, man, after we finish this. Right? And I'm going to read 4 again. And Yahawah said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark. Shalawam. And she said, black power. And Yahawah said, man, Jake, be off, man. Black power. She said, black power. Lil Eve, man. Hey. And Yahawah said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Who are those men? That's us. Out here in the midst of the city, sighing and crying for all these abominations. All right? You know, sisters and she's trying to be in the right spirit by yelling black power and all of that. And that's good that, you know, you for the people, you for your nation. But you got to go deeper than that. We got to crack the surface, and we got to go deeper into who we truly are, right? You've never been black. You've never been called black. Black actually means void of light or darkness or evil, right? And that's what they've been calling us for centuries, okay? You know, but that's what it is. You know, our people going to come into it. And if they are ordained to come into it, they're going to come into it. If they not, if they supposed to stay out, they're going to stay out. It's like, you can go ahead. Thank you. You're welcome. You know, if they not supposed to get it, they ain't supposed to get it. All right. Verse 5. And to the others he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the Yahawah, the mark, and begin my sanctuary. What's Yahawah's sanctuary? Where's that beginning at? That's the house of Israel. And I'm gonna move this over here, man. I can't see you brothers' comments. All right. So, Yahawah's sanctuary is what? That's his people. Okay? That's his people. That's the Israelites. He's gonna begin there first. Let's go to 1 Peter 4:17. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of power, Yahawah. And if it first begin at us, right, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of power? So when Yahawah is speaking about his sanctuary in Ezekiel 9 and 5, he's speaking of, and 6, he's speaking about us. He's speaking about us being slaved and unalived first. Okay, he doesn't care for these heathen. He doesn't care for these other nations. All right, they are nothing to him, just a drop from a bucket. Okay, and we are his golden eye, man. His apple, the apple in his eye. Okay, we are his people, his chosen, his inheritance. Like we inherit, right? We're gonna take on the rulership. We're gonna take on all that. These heathens are not gonna take on all that. They're gonna be subjected to us. Okay, so we are who's basically going to get their punishment, and we getting the punishment right now. We've been getting it for, you know, over 500 years and more, right? From captivity to captivity to captivity to captivity, okay? But it's still more judgment to come on. It's still more judgment to befall us, right? And most definitely to our people that do not have the Yahawah, the correct mark, the correct understanding, the correct wisdom, right? Our people that are, because those people that are taking the charagma, what are they doing? They're holding on to carnal means of salvation. They want to take a carnal means of salvation, insert it into them, but that's already breaking the law. As we know, you don't supposed to have nothing inserted in your skin or piercing the skin. So these other camps that's teaching that the charagma is not the C-hip, which is a semiconductor, which is, you know, a C-hip, a little micro, you know, small as a grain of rice. And I feel like, man, we knew that since the 90s, man. As a kid, I remember hearing that. It's like our people just knew that. It's been out there. But, hey, still been caught up in delusion. They still may fall into it, right? Because Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi may want to bring them into that because of their pride and their ego, all right? You can hear this all the time. Our people see us out here all the time, and they continue to drive by and not listen and not take heed to the word. So when the time comes, when they play them plays on you, you never listen in practice. This is practice. You never listen in practice to get the correct defense, to get the correct offense, so you don't know how to retaliate. You're gonna think you gotta retaliate in a carnal sense, using the sword or fighting the government. But hey, that's only gonna bring you to your demise because you didn't pay attention in practice. When coach was saying the play, and he said, hey, you see the defense shifting to the right, then you're supposed to do this. You got to know the audible to call, right? You got to know how to read the opposition. We are at war. If you don't understand how to read Esau, Edom, then, man, you already get ate up, all right? He comes around the earth like a lion seeking who he can devour, man. He's looking to eat you up. And if you ain't paid attention, if you ain't got the Yahawah, he's going to eat you up. All right, and I get y'all brother precepts. Shalawam, man. All right, the brother coming from the brother Kakama, 2 Peter 2 and 9. Yahawah knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptation and to reserve the unjust until the day of judgment to be punished. So, hey, when you look at your cousins and them and you be like nothing ever happens to them, they may be reserved unto judgment. They may be reserved unto punishment, all right, preserved unto this point in time. Everybody that's supposed to be back is back. As Yahawashi said, when he comes, he's going to come in clouds, right, chariots, and every eye shall see him, even the ones that pierced him. That lets you know how strategic and how calculated Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is. Through reincarnation, people come back on this earth. They come back to the place of judgment to be judged. So guess what? Those people that pierced Yahawashi back in the day, they strategically were placed back into a vessel at this point in time to see Yahawashi come back to get their judgment, all right? To either be thrown into the lake of fire or to be, you know, if they somehow fortunate enough to be outside of Babylon, to go into captivity, okay? So understanding that, man, nobody is escaping the judgment that was foretold for them. Nobody is escaping the outcome which they already deemed for themselves. Every scoffer and mocker and person that comes at us in that type of manner, all you doing is digging up a grave for yourself, a deeper grave, a deeper pit, right? Because, hey, reading that again, man, Yahawah knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. That's it right there. That's a mouthful, okay? 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. There have no temptation taken you but such as is common to man. But power is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able. But will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that you may be able to bear it. And if you don't truly have faith and understanding and the wisdom, the correct doctrine, you're not going to know how to escape. You're not going to know how to, hey, get up out of this situation. You're not going to know that that bus right there is taking everybody to a FEMA camp to be locked up. You going to think it's cotton candy on that bus, man. You're going to think it's sweet. And you're going to get on the bus because the government told you to get on the bus, right? Hey, we got the wisdom, man. We got the wisdom and the understanding. And that's the true man of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. And we ain't just falling for the okie doke. Scripture says, man, if they could deceive the elect, but they can't. If it be possible, but it ain't possible. You're not going to be able to deceive the elect. All right? And the brothers are waking up, man. From the four winds of the earth, the brothers are waking up all over this planet. And they coming out of the deception. They coming out of their deep sleep. They coming out of this world. They coming out of Babylon. They don't want to mess with the whore no more. Okay? You know, let's keep it going. And Shalawam to that, brother. Romans 10 and 2. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of power, but not according to knowledge. And boom, that's touching on them other camps. They got a zeal. They want to get out and preach and teach. All right? They want to get out when it's, likable to them. Because as we can see, IUIC, they don't get out all the time. All right? Some of these camps don't go out on the highways and byways year round. They ain't out there in the cold. They ain't out there in, whatever it be. They ain't in taking in the elements. They sitting in their buildings with their AC and their chairs, and they sitting down and they teaching behind a desk in front of a congregation, man, in a church. You might as well go back to church. You might as well go back to church, man. You ain't out here standing as a light, as a beacon to our people and telling them the true names, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. You ain't doing that. You in your building and you basically putting it out on the internet, and we can see it because we know, we can tell by the views, we can tell by the comments and everything, man. We know y'all got a bag, and brothers know you can buy views, you can buy comments, you can buy likes. We ain't stupid, man. They think we stupid. We know what IUIC and ISUPK be doing. You can see it on the TikTok. These guys just get a thing and automatically, a couple weeks in, a month in, they already got 5,000 followers, 6,000 followers, but no videos on their page or nothing. Ain't never put no work in. So we know y'all manipulating, y'all some master manipulators, man. All right? Just like these other guys, man. It's been exposed in all these industries. Streams are being faked. We don't have to fake streams. We don't have to fake likes. We don't have to fake comments. We don't have to fake followers. We ain't doing this for the masses. We ain't doing this to look like everybody's listening to us. Fuck everybody. We don't want everybody to listen to us. We only want the elect. And Shalawam to the elect, to the ones that's supposed to hear the message that it resonates with, that will understand. We not here for everybody, man. We not here for Leroy and Day Day that never listen, that's still smoking and drinking and doing all that bullshit, man. Overindulging in alcohol, I mean, right? Because we can drink, okay? We not here for all of that. Hey, cuz I see you getting your views up. I don't give a fuck about no views. We don't care about none of that. We ain't here to be famous. We not here to entertain you. This is not entertainment. As brothers can see, hey, shout out to the brother Shopper of the 12 and the brother Kabar Dara, man, that brought it out. And, you know, the Shalawam Act that's been passed in my home state, North Carolina, right? And it's basically an anti-ism act saying that, hey, you going against them, you know, it's basically making you a hate group, a terrorist group, basically. Hey, Shalawam, you need to get up out here, man. Jake always want to yell from the light. You need to get up out here. But hey, let's keep it going, man. So that Shalawam Act is being passed, and then also what's going on? That anti-ism bill is going up to the Senate, and then it's going to Biden. And as soon as that's passed, what? Brothers' videos is gonna be took down, etc., etc. All right, all type of things. Because we was going hard on who? Esau, Edom, all right? And specifically, Amalekites. Which are those people over there? Who you think is putting the bills in the Congress's head? Who you think is putting the bills in the head? Who you think told, hey, speaking on a worldly event with the Drake and Kendrick thing, who you think told who you think told Kendrick to stop going at Drake? Because what is Drake? He's a who, right? On his mother's side, and he claims it, okay? And he claims it. So who you think shut that down? Things have been coming out. Lucian Grange, that's a who? That's an Amalekite, and he runs UMG. All right, you know what I'm saying? You know, man, Jake ain't got no fucking manners, man. Just yelling. What is this, man? All right, let's keep it going, man. Like, I'm tired. Jake always be like that though, yelling from the car. Yo, park. It's a parking lot right there. Parking lot right there. Jake can literally park, come out here and listen to what we saying, man. All right, but Jake want to listen from the car or whatever when they see us out here. All right, and that's whatever, man. Because once again, that Yahawah is only hitting certain brothers. That Yahawah is only hitting certain brothers. Matter of fact, let me go back over there and finish that. We gotta go back over there and finish that. Because it's not for everybody. If it was for everybody, then everybody would know they're a Hebrew Israelite. Everybody would be in the truth. Everybody would be on the corner. But it's not for everybody. Alright? Ezekiel 9:6, once again. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children. Ain't no sympathy, ain't no empathy, ain't no holding up. Ain't none of that. Ain't none of that. Little children. The babies is not safe. Wicked souls is back in babies. Alright? Looking at a body, you just looking at a body being attached to a body, like in a carnal sense. Like, you know, this is my son. He wouldn't do nothing wicked. That boy could have been a mass murderer in his past life. You don't know. Okay? You don't know. And you better pray that you better pray that he's a good soul, that he's a righteous soul. That's all you can do is pray. Alright, because Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi could send you something wicked, man. Look at what he did to with Judah. Judah's firstborn son. Guys, Yahawah had to slay him. Alright, Judah's firstborn son was wicked. Okay? You can be cursed to bring forth a wicked soul, man. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta really think about it, man. This is nothing but a place of judgment. That's all it is. Okay? You perish. Dust go back to the dust. Your soul goes back to Yahawah who gave it. You get your sentence. You be cool in the spirit world for a while, and then you got to come back down here and serve out your judgment. All right? You know, and that's it. That's it. We ain't got no control of none of that. All right? The only part you really got control of, because, hey, a man's goings is of Yahawah. The only part you really got is to pray. And to pray that you not a wicked individual, to pray that the spirit does not leave you, to pray that you continue to do the works, to pray that you don't get that procrastination spirit or that complacent spirit. Man, earlier today, we was out trying to find a house, looking at houses, and then we went out to eat, and I'm eating, and you know, I'm eating the omelet, and you know, you feeling it, and I'm like, man, I gotta get up out there tomorrow. I mean, I gotta get out there today. And what if I would have let a little procrastination spirit jump on me and be like, and don't go out today. Oh, don't go out today. You can't never let that happen to you, man. Oh, don't do a lesson today. Then that spirit will continue to plague you, and then you won't do a lesson tomorrow, and then you won't do a lesson the next day, and then boom, boom, before you know it, the whole week went by, and you ain't did no works, right? That's what them brothers is on. A lot of them brothers, them camps, man. A lot of them IUIC and all of them, all right? Hey, one thing the elders of GMS always push, man, you gotta do your works. You gotta put it in. Every brother, once you get to that mark, that 6-month mark, all right, you gotta put the work in, all right? Because you know more now. So you are obligated to go forth and do this. And when you come into this truth, it's a vow you making. It's a vow you making with Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, and that vow is life or death. You picking up the plow, you are required and you are expected to plant seeds. You got the plow, you pick the plow up, you required to plant seeds. If you don't go forth and plant seeds in this field, how is anything gonna grow? How is any of the seeds gonna get watered? You gotta go back and water the seeds that you done planted. You done taught a brother here, Hebrew Israelite, and you just ain't deal with him for months. You ain't check up on him. That brother probably went back into the world and got ate up by some wolves. Now he in some other shit. Because you ain't go back and take care of that seed that you have planted. You gotta, and that's why gardening, you know, I said brothers gotta garden. I took up gardening at one point, and that really helped me to understand how to teach, to understand how to take care of crops and seeds, right? And I grew some oregano, and I was so happy, man. When I grew that, I grew like a little bit of oregano, and I was like, bro, I was happy, right? But that right there is when one sinner turns back, the whole heavens rejoice, right? So, man, if you just touch one brother a day, you bring one brother in this truth a day or a week, that right there is that's an accomplishment, right? And you gotta continue to make sure that brother is doing what he's supposed to do, man. You help your brothers out. You check you watch your brother's videos, share your brother's videos, help them when they go off, etc., etc. Okay? We are in a sense gardeners, man. You know, at a certain point. So back to this. Ezekiel 9 and 6. Let's read it one more time, man, because I love it. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, the Tawah, and begin in my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. And he said unto them, defile the house and fill the courts with the slain. Go ye forth. And they went forth and slew in the city. And it came to pass while they were slain them and was left, that I fell upon my face and cried and said, O Yahawah power, wilt thou destroy all the residue of Israel in thy pouring out of thy fury upon Jerusalem? Then said he unto me, the iniquity of the house of Israel and Judah is exceedingly great, and nothing's new under the sun. You niggas, like, y'all believe that y'all better than the people of old? No, y'all just in the same amount of wickedness and even more. We was brothers that was in the world. We was just in that same pot, man. Just as wicked as our forefathers before us. Just as wicked. Alright? Ain't nothing new changing. Just because you got a cell phone, you got an Xbox, you got a PlayStation 5, you got a car, you got all this, you think that somehow that this world is so much better than the world of old. Oh yeah, we got lights, we got electricity, they had candles back then. Come on, man. Come on, ain't nothing better. Alright? Ain't nothing better. It's the same manner of wickedness. It's the same manner of sin. You still gonna die. You still gonna perish. It don't matter how much so-called medicine you got to take. You handicapping yourself. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi put the herbs, the fruits, and the vegetables here all ready to take care of you. They put that CVS and that damn Rite Aid there to take care of you in the other sense, to get you up out of here. That's why they got pharmacy there. That's why they got the pharmacy of the witchcraft doctors there, man. That's all a doctor is a witchcraft doctor giving you spells, man. Diagnosing you to take you up out of here. Alright? And once you people get on it, you get on the pills. Yeah, I need my pills. Hey, you could have fixed the situation. You could have cured it instead of treating it. But our people like to treat something instead of curing it because they don't want to put the hard work in. Everybody has become lazy and slothful. Alright? This is your life we're talking about. You should actually put some time in to research why this ailment is messing with you. Why do you have headaches every day? Why are you feeling this type of way? Why are you always depressed? Right? These things ain't just supposed to happen to your body. It's because of what you put in your body. It's because of the things you taking in. Alright? And you know, the water Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, because that's just spirit. Alright? So, verse 9. Then he said unto me, the iniquity of the house of Israel and Judah is exceedingly great, and the land is full of blood, and the city full of perversiveness. For they say, Yahawah hath forsaken the earth, and Yahawah seeth not. His eyes is what? 10,000 times brighter than the sun. And you think he can't see what you're doing. You think he don't see what you're doing. You think he forsake us. He ain't never forsake us. He ain't never forsake our forefathers. He ain't gonna forsake us right now. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi ain't gonna leave us, man. He said, until they can measure the heavens and they can measure the depths of the oceans, he always gonna deal with Israel. He always gonna deal with us. Can they measure the heavens? They can lie to you and tell you that they can. Can they measure the oceans? No. They can lie to you and tell you that they've been to the depths of the oceans. They ain't been all the way down there. And they know, man, they go far enough, Leviathan gonna mess their ass up at the end of the day, man. All right? And that's another thing, man. Leviathan coming. Leviathan, who they depict, Godzilla, right, is coming. All right, let's finish. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get that word perverseness. Perverseness, because that's all we see. We look around and all we see is perverseness.
Strong's H, 42 days. Motet.
Motet. Perverseness. A perversion, that which is perverted or wrapped. Perverted. Alright? Basically, just pedo. Alright? How they are. The way you think is off. It's weird. Like you have these wicked thoughts on things that you shouldn't even be dwelling on, man. You know, and a lot of that be Satan, because we get it as well. Brothers get it as well. You got thoughts that jump up in your head, and you gotta fight that shit off. Why are you even thinking of that? Oh man, why am I thinking about that? All right, I'ma fast tomorrow. I'ma fast tonight. I'ma fast. Right? Fast them spirits off. Them demons. Them is demons. What's a demon, man? These wicked spirits, wicked thoughts, actions, things like that. You gotta fast. You gotta pray. Talk to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Why do I have these type of thoughts? Alright? That's perverseness. And I tell you why. Because this nation is perverse as hell. You watch anything, you watch these movies. You can't even watch a show today without the alphabet agenda being implied on it. Without the alphabet agenda being put into it. Right? You know, I was trying to watch BMF. Right? And they got this weird, boy, I'ma just call her a roach. She look like a roach, right? But she's a LB, right? You know what I'm saying? So, just that's a perverse spirit. I'm like, why is this even in the show? Did this really even happen? You know, but they gotta have the agenda in the show. Because they wanna what? Babylon wanna appeal to everybody, right? So every time you watch it, you know, she doing something with a female, I just fast forward it. Because I ain't about to sit there and watch that bullshit. It's not entertaining to me. It's not, you know, it's not, I don't care about none of that shit. And I, you know, so And that's the thing about being over righteous. Brothers be like, you ain't even supposed to be watching that. Man, you can watch entertainment. That shit ain't gonna make you wicked. Alright? But you gotta have a sense of discernment to know what not to watch and what to watch, and to know, hey, don't let your eyes fall up on that, man. Brothers ain't gonna sit here and be like they don't go watch movies. You go watch a movie, people getting killed in the movie. It be things like that in the movie. You still gonna go watch the movie, right? And that's the thing. Just don't be over righteous, right? Don't let that stuff affect your soul and your spirit like that. And that's why that type of stuff be rated what, TV, MA, or R, because it's not for kids. Because the kid is easily influenced, because they don't know right from wrong at that point in time, right? Or they may see it and it may feel weird. That's the spirit of perverse, right? Perverseness. So, and that right there, to 360 it, bring it back to the world. You should be able to have that sense of that spirit of discernment to tell that this is off. Alright, even when you're eating something, hey, eat some dairy, and that's gonna mess up your stomach. Alright, especially if you're eating correctly. Okay, you eat some meat, you eat too much meat, you get a glutton feeling or whatever, and you get the itis. That's how you know you ate too much. You shouldn't be weighed down like that and wanting to go to sleep. That's how you know you ate too much, right? We supposed to be light in a sense. You drink too much, drinking, right? Brothers drinking wine. When you hitting your level. Me, after 2 glasses, I'm good. I'ma chill, and I'ma just be on my level, right? That's a sense of discernment, especially when you out and about. I was watching the game at Chili's, and I had some wine, and I ain't gonna go too much far because I gotta drive home. It's just having a sense of discernment, man, having a sense of understanding. That's the tawah. That's that knowledge, that's that understanding. Knowing how to act in certain situations, knowing how to carry yourself in this world. If you don't know how to carry yourself with wisdom in this world, Babylon gonna chew you up and spit you out, man. Alright? Get back to the comment board. Alright, 1 Corinthians 1:21, coming from the brother Kakama. For after that, in the wisdom of power, the world by wisdom knew not power. It pleased power by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe. Hey, tell them camps that only want to go out when it's hot, or in the springtime, or in the fall. They don't want to go out in the cold. They don't want to go out in the snow. The brothers are up north, man. GM at Chicago, the elders up north, and the elders is up in age, and they still go out in the snow. They still go out when it's cold, when it's freezing, right? So, you young men, you have no excuse. You have no excuse, man. You don't got no excuse on why you not out there. Just chalk it up with yourself, man. I'm being lazy. I'm being slothful. I'm not holding myself accountable. I'm not doing the works. I ain't got the love for Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi like I should. At the end of the day, that's what you got to say. I think we done did the math, man. It's like, matter of fact, let's do it real quick. I do the math on it. All right? Because it's no excuse. You come in, you learning, and then at a certain point, you got to do what you got to do. 24 times 7, 128. It's 128 hours in a week. You should be able to produce 3 videos in 128 hours. That's it. And they don't got to be super long. They got to be 10 minutes, 5 minutes, as long as they edifying. You can teach a real quick lesson in 5 minutes that be edifying, man. Teach brothers something they never knew, or go into a specific precept and precept that with another precept, or whatever it be. All right? It's not hard. Stop looking at it as homework. And if the scriptures and the lessons and it's all feeling like homework to you, then pray that off. That's a nigga spirit to want to be ignorant, to not want to learn. All right? And some brothers may have it more than others to want to learn and to want to dig and go into research and all of that, and that's just a lot, and that's just how brothers got set up, right? But in a sense, you gotta have the will. It's the will, the love to do the work, the love to produce works, the love. That's a love for Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. And that's also a love for your brothers and your sisters, to go forth and to help your brothers and your sisters come out of this. You may see your brothers and your sisters, man, going back and forth over certain situations, and you got a couple scriptures that could break it down, and you could do a lesson and show them that, right? Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi is dealing with certain men and feel grateful that he's dealing with you, that he's actually showing you. He's showing you because he's not showing everybody, man. He's not. He's barely showing a lot of people. He's showing a little bit of people, 1/3, and 144,000 men. He's not showing most of our people. All right, a lot of our people will be destroyed because they don't got the Tawah, and they're gonna take the Karama. All right, Shalawam. You know, let's keep it going. Oh, what's going on? What's going on in the comment board? I ain't even see that. Yo, Toka, I don't know who that is, but anyway, you know, how you prove your faith, brother? How you prove your faith is by doing the works. That's why we out here. That's how you prove your faith, by doing the works. Works without faith is dead, okay? And that's the thing when brothers be like, I don't got to do no work, so you don't got to tell your people nothing? You just gonna let your people walk on in wickedness? That's how you feel about your people? That's right. That right there is showing how you feel about yourself. Because if you're gonna let your kids, your family, you gonna let them go on in wickedness, then that means you never cared about yourself, right? Or you a real selfish individual because you don't care to tell anybody anything. I remember when I first came into this truth, man, I was telling my family, man, I was like, yo, I need to stop doing this, stop eating pork, stop doing this, stop doing this, stop doing that. Because you be on that, you had a little fire, you like a fire rocket, man, until you get it under control, you know? And it can lead to arguments and disputes and whatever, but it's all out of love and it's all out of passion, because I ain't no selfish individual. I wanted everybody to know, hey, we Hebrew Israelites, we the people, Moses and Joshua and them our people. You know, that's how you be when you got that fire. You know, and that fire gets wet. It's like as you grow in this truth, you get a fire pit that contains it, and then the fire burns better. And then you can sit around the fire, and then boom, that's when you teaching better, and you know, because the fire is more contained, right? It ain't just raging. You know, you come in this thing like a wildfire in the beginning. You know, and I feel like every brother done went through that, man. And that's a beautiful part. And you get into it. But that's showing that you're not a selfish brother. That's showing that, yo, you care. You're supposed to be passionate about this truth. If you're not passionate about it, how you expect other brothers and sisters to be passionate about it? Man, yeah, that brother teach with no enthusiasm. He just, yeah, let's go to Genesis, first chapter, first verse. And in the beginning, like, come on, man. You gonna put people to sleep. That's what people in the church is doing, man. Putting our people to sleep. All right? And the false prophets. Even the false prophets know to, and I do it like this, and they know how to do that because what? They entertain it, right? Everything they saying is bullshit, but they trying to entertain the people. And they got the organs there to place a spell on the people, right? With the choir and the music. That's why every time the pastor about to do his thing, he about to go crazy. You got the organist, you got to cement that spell. That's a spell. That's how you know. He ain't saying shit. He ain't really saying shit. He may say something that resonates with your soul and your carnal mind, but he's more so going off of what he feels, and he ain't going to no scriptures. He ain't breaking nothing down. And you leave the church not knowing anything more, but you leave the church with a feeling of, man, the pastor was preaching today. He was preaching, but did he say shit? Did he break anything down to you? Do you know anything more, right? Did he speak on prophecy? Did he tell you anything that's going on in the world, man? Can he break down what's going on with Israel and Iran and Ukraine and Russia? Does he even know that all of them is Edomites, all right? For the most part, except Iran, right? Can he break that down? No, he can't. But he can get up there and dance his ass off because he's a clown, he's a jester. He's the same type of nigga back in slavery that used to dance for the master, because that's all he's doing right now is dancing for the white man. Taking 5013C, dancing his ass off for a little bit of change, for temporary fame, for temporary stability. That's all these pastors is doing, man. And you know I'm right. Jake know I'm right, right? That's all they doing. And that's why they get the numbers, that's why they get the views, that's why they get the mega churches. Yahawah power don't dwell in them churches, man, made by men. All right? I get that real quick. And I'm going to get back to the comment board. Acts 7 and 48. Howbeit, the Most High Yahawah dwelleth not in temples made with hands, as saith the prophet. What kind of temple does Yahawah dwell in? He dwells in this temple. You are the temple. You are the temple, man. Where does it say that? Where does it say that at? Show me in the scriptures. 1 Corinthians 3rd chapter 16. Know ye not that you are the temple of power, and that the spirit of power dwelleth in you? Does it say that he gonna dwell in the church? Wait a minute, no, it dwelleth in you. It dwelleth in you. If any man defile the temple of power, him shall power destroy. For the temple of power is holy, which temple ye are. All them churches is defiled by the ways that they doing. Why they still standing? Because that's not the temple that he's talking about. This is the temple that he's talking about. You keep defiling your temple with cigarettes, pork, lobster, crabs, shrimp, shellfish. You keep defiling your temple with sin, wickedness, adultery, whatever it may be. All right? All these weird, perverse ways, get back to that word. You keep defiling your temple with that, man. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, ultimately it's going to bring judgment upon you smoothly and suddenly. You're going to be living your life, you know, just chilling, thinking that you good, thinking that's all good, and boom, man, you get hit by a car or something because you've been living incorrectly for so long. And you never wanted to take mercy that was given upon you. You never wanted to go into the doors of mercy. You never wanted to take it. You just want to keep living your way, living a perverse way. Perverse ways ain't gonna do nothing for you, man. Living the ways of Satan ain't gonna do nothing for you. If Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi wants you to keep the laws, what does Satan want you to do? Ask yourself that, right? If Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi wants you to keep the laws, what does Satan want you to do? The exact opposite. All right? The exact opposite. Okay? That's why all these advertisements, you turn on the TV, you get a Burger King, you get a McDonald's advertisement, or you get a Wendy's. I remember in the world when I was a kid, I used to love that Baconator. I loved it, man. I get a Baconator, or I get a stacker from Burger King. I get what is it, man? I get a triple stacker from Burger King. I tear it up with the stacker sauce, etc., right? How did I even know about a stacker or a Baconator? Through advertisement. As a kid, I would see it on TV, watching TV, and you see the stacker and you see the Baconator. Boom, I've been reeled in. They got me, right? They got me. So now I'm eating bacon. I'm defiled. And I ain't, we wasn't in the truth. So whatever. Grew up in the South, eating fatback, eating pork chop, right? That's how we grew up, okay? But, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi touched me around 15 to take me away from that pork. And I ain't eat no pork. I ain't touched pork, right? But I wasn't in the truth. It's just the spirit jumped on me not to eat pork anymore and to start going into conspiracies, right? Which ain't no such thing as a conspiracy. All that shit is real. All right? Shoot, Operation Paperclip, Operation, all of it, man. How they was experimenting with brothers with LSD and all of that, all of that, Operation Wormwood, right? All of that was real. It wasn't no conspiracy. And it's all been shown by the government. And that's the same way that they get you to go and shoot up a church. Because if you go into it, if you go and put some research into it, all the mass shootings, most of them, like damn near 90%, was on prescription medication, right? That the government, you know, or a pharmakia, the doctors, the witches, the warlocks, were prescribing to them. And it's supposed to be helping them, or what? What's the word? You know, suppressing whatever voice they say in their head, but it's actually encouraging them. Alright? Get a job, I make more than you. And these clowns, get it in your fucking Honda Civic, man. Alright? Hey, but anyway, hey, Halalyam la Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Alright? Get a job. Yeah, man. Get a job. Yeah, get some judgment. Bro, we can't wait, bro. We can't wait. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So those mass shootings, they was all prescribed prescription drugs that would basically drive them to go and shoot up a grocery store or a church or whatever it was. Okay? And that's on record. You can look that up. All right? So that's witchcraft. Spells. Yes, medicine. It's spells. That's all it is. You getting it from witches and warlocks. It's called pharmaceuticals. Pharmacy goes back to the word pharmakia in Latin, which is witchcraft. Spells to bind your consciousness. You know? Man, above a ball, man. I'm trying to get that off my mind, man. Get a job. I work 5 times. I work 5 days out the week. I got a job. They just think, like, what's this place, man? This place gotta go. This place gotta go. But I guarantee you he wouldn't get up on this corner and stand in front of me and say that shit to my face. Alright? But that's how these people is. That's how they are. Look, man. She's weak, man. Yeah, he gonna have a real good job in the kingdom. Hey, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, please let him be one of mine. Let him be one of mine. Alright? I'm gonna make that motherfucker work all the way up into the Sabbath, man. All the way, I'm gonna make him work 10, it's gonna be 5 seconds to the Sabbath. I'm gonna be like, nah, get your ass back out there. Alright? Get your ass back out there, man. We gonna make it hard for y'all. Alright? Anybody that ever mocked and scoffed, get a job. Get a job. Hey, but anyway, let's keep it going. Alright? Hey, Shalawam to the brother. Shalawam to all that's coming up in. You was watching. Yeah, man. It's moles. And if you watch it more, I'm gonna get a couple scriptures, but if you watch it more, they letting moles, these brothers is openly moles in the NBA. The way they talk, the way they dress. Come on, man. James Harden, man, wearing dresses and skirts. Westbrook wearing skirts and dresses. We saw all that shit. That's mo activity, man. LeBron James is a mo as well. These guys is moles, man. Alright? They moles. That's it. And if you know what I mean by a mo, that's all they are. Alright? And in the NFL, moles. Niggas getting their fingernails painted. Man, you was a grown ass man. You was a grown ass man. We ain't with that shit, bro. Alright? And you hate it. Because brothers love ball. I love ball. I love to watch ball. Right? I used to love to watch football. I don't watch it no more that much, but I actually watch the NBA a little bit, you know? But it's Babylon, man. It's just taking over our people. It's taking over our people, man. And you hate it, man. You hate it. But hey, coming from the brother Nashar, Arazal, Shalawam, 2 Corinthians 4:2, but have renounced the hidden things of dishonesty, not walking in craftiness, nor handling the word of power deceitfully, but by manifestation of the truth, commending ourselves to every man's conscience in the sight of Yahawah. Exactly. We don't got no undermining ways. We don't got no deep intentions behind anything we doing. We just out here. We ain't out here trying to take money and et cetera, right? We just out here. I'm not doing this for the praise of men. We're not doing this for the praise of men. We're doing this for Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. All right? You know, we ain't doing this for no other reason but to work out our own salvation with fear and trembling. I'm not out here for no other type of reason, man. I'm out here trying to save my soul and to cover being a man in your household, to cover my household, to cover my wife and my kids, right? That's the only reason why I'm out here, and to feed the sheep, you know? And that means whoever comes, whoever listens, whoever watches, whoever plays it back or whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's the only reason why we doing works, things like that. This is really the only thing in this world that's not vain, right? Brothers know I make music on the side, but I don't never implement that on the page or nothing like that on the YouTube, because that's a vain thing, you know? And I do that just so brothers could listen to something different than the bullshit, you know, putting the correct names in there, but that's never been the focus. The main focus is what? The foolishness of preaching. That's why we here. By the foolishness of preaching, men are saved. All right, to ISUPK, man, ain't nobody being saved by music, man. Ain't nobody being saved by your dumb ass concerts, right? Ain't nobody being saved by your mixtapes, bro. Ain't nobody being saved. IUIC as well. Y'all doing music and mixtapes and all. Ain't nobody being saved by that shit. All right? You do it, okay, whatever. Don't let that be your main focus. That ain't saving nobody. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, I don't want to hear your melodies. That's in what? Amos, 5th chapter, I believe. He don't want to hear your melodies. He don't want to hear your feast days. Your feast days is off anyway. You doing your feast days, you doing your Shabbat, your Sabbath on the incorrect day. You think Yahawah is honoring that shit? Right? You doing your Day of Atonement, all of that. Y'all off. Because y'all not diligent. Alright? And anybody that's learning under them guys, you need to pay attention, man. Them guys ain't diligent. They teaching you the calendar incorrectly. They going off the white man calendar, right? They teaching you the laws and commandments incorrectly. They being over righteous, right? Y'all praise Bishop Nate. That's y'all God. Y'all think Bishop Nate is Yahawashi. That's what y'all think over there. That Bishop Nathaniel is Yahawashi in the flesh. Because he's gathering, as he says, he's gathering the 144,000. That's not his job. That's not your job. All right? Matter of fact, let's go get that. Matthew 24:31. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Who is going to send his angels? Yahawashi. All right? That's not Bishop Nathaniel. Okay? All right? And matter of fact, let's take it back. Let's take it back to verse 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. What is that? That's the society. That's the government. That's everybody that's ruling. That's your celebrities. That's your politicians, your presidents. Everything going down. All right, immediately. And what's the tribulation? Jacob's trouble. So immediately after Jacob's trouble of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. Right? Amos 8:11 are already being in effect. So wisdom and understanding is going to be gone from anybody that was seeking it. You know, the brothers will have that wisdom and understanding, that thawah, getting back to it, right? The brothers are going to have the thawah and the understanding in Jacob's trouble, and most definitely in Jacob's trouble, right? That's the most important time to have it, right? So the stars of heaven, the powers of heaven. A heaven is what? And we could get it A heaven is what? Basically a kingdom, a rulership, right? This is Esau Edom's heaven right now. This is as good as it gets for Esau Edom. And you really gotta look at it and be like, damn, this is as good as it gets. This is it. Babylon, right? This bullshit. You know what I'm saying? This is as good as it gets for Babylon. Everybody that love the white man, this is as good as it gets for you. Alright? Bitch twerking in the car and shit. Man. Alright, so basically a heaven is a rulership, a kingdom. Okay? A kingdom, a heaven. So this is as good as it gets for these people. And let's finish that. Verse 30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man, Yahawashi, in heaven. Alright? And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. Alright? And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. So that's when that's gonna happen. Brothers ain't, Bishop Nate can't go forth and he ain't gathering the men. He ain't gathering up in that sense, right? Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is gonna gather them up in the chariots, via the chariots, okay? What are we supposed to do right now? Go forth and teach our brothers and sisters the truth, to have them repent and be converted back into who they truly are, Hebrew Israelites, back into this faith, back into truly understanding the Bible, because they was in a deep sleep, right? They was under a spell. So that's what we supposed to do. I can't, what I supposed to do? Come and grab a brother and, hey bro, come over here, bro. Come on, bro, you gotta be on the corner with me. No, that ain't how you do it. That ain't how you do it, man. Alright? You teach a brother and sister, and you let the spirit, you hope that the spirit will dwell with them. You hope that they get that understanding. You hope that they pick it up. If they don't, then they don't. It may not be meant for them. Or what'll happen? They'll come back later on and they'll be like, hey, can you break that down again? Can you know, I've been listening to your videos, and a lot of the stuff you're saying is true, right? And I've had brothers come like that, man. They'll hear me preaching and they want to listen, and they'll come back months later and be like, you know, a lot of that stuff you were saying, that's true, you know. And you know, boom. So you let the spirit dwell with those brothers, you know. And don't be all on them too much, right? Say, at the end of the day, the elect is gonna be pulled. The elect is gonna be gathered. The elect is gonna resonate with the elect. Brothers is gonna get it if they meant to get it. Because brothers was ordained from the beginning of time. Alright? Let's get some more precepts. Coming from the brother Nashar, Ecclesiasticus 10 and 19. They that fear Yahawah are a true or a sure seed, and they that love him an honorable plant. They that regard not the law are a dishonorable seed, a dishonorable seed. They that transgress the commandments are a deceivable seed. Right? So you'll know via, if you look at, I feel like I've been on their head all day. If you look at IUIC and you look at the things that they allow, men with long hair, they allow that. Women all up in their congregation and things like that, they allow it, right? They allowing all of that, okay? You know, dreads, they allowing it. They not telling those brothers, hey, you know, this is, don't do that or don't do this, don't do that or don't do this. Because at the end of the day, they just want numbers. They want numbers. They don't want quality. They want quantity. They just want numbers. We got the numbers, we gonna look like MLK. We gonna march. Scriptures ain't never command you to march. Where in the scriptures does it say march in the streets? No, it say go out on the highways and byways. It say go out on the hedges in the midst of the city, in the areas of commerce. I'm right here, man, on Lancaster Boulevard. This is, you know, it's all hella shops here, restaurants, shops, right? A land of commerce, an area of commerce. So people come here to buy and to sell. So either you coming in, boom, you see the brother. You leaving, boom, whatever. All right? You set up in a good area. All right? As all the elders is set up in a strategical place like that. Right? That's what's taught in the truth. That's what's, if you truly in the truth, you're gonna do it correctly. Okay? You know, some of these guys, man, get set up in the hood. Man, that's not an area of commerce. Well, what they doing over there? Selling drugs? That's where you want to be at? Why the fuck you keep trying to save wicked ass Jake? Bruh, Darrell gonna sell crack. That's what he gonna do. That's what he gonna do, man. Whatever, man, whoever it be, he gonna sell them drugs. Okay? Don't go in the hood trying to be like a Black Panthers. Hey, bro, y'all gotta stop selling them drugs. They gotta stop. These niggas is gonna do what they gonna do. They gonna have shootouts. They gonna do what they gonna do. Okay? We ain't here to save everybody. We here to save the elect. And we can't even say the elect. We here to wake up our people and have them work out their own salvation. Right? Because once you come into this truth, you get what? Accountability, responsibility. You understand? Hey, if it is to be, it is up to me. I gotta work it out. I gotta get into these scriptures. I gotta research. I gotta be diligent. I gotta read. Stop being yes men, holding on to a man's coat. Yeah, everywhere you go, huh? Everywhere you go, huh? Your friends is here. Huh? I'm gonna get a garment just like that. Huh? I'm gonna do, you know, everything. Come on, man. Do what you do. We don't all got the same gifts. We ain't all blessed with the same gifts. All right? Do what you do, and as long as you're doing it correctly and it's edifying, that's it. That's your life. That's you. And be proud of that. Because Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi made you that way. We unique. That's salt. That's flavor. Every Jake ain't gonna be the same. We uniformity with what? We uniformity with what? With this doctrine. Right? We ain't IUIC, man. They all got the purple garments on. We're nobody commanded to do that. Alright? Brothers be preaching sackcloth. We preach in these garments. Yeah. Brothers do what they do with the garments, whatever. But the garments ain't outshining the message. The message is what's important. Alright? You know? So that's what it is, man. At the end of the day, and you know, hey, Salaki, I'm ranting. You know, but hey, this truth, bottom line, man, this truth is accountability and responsibility. And don't be no yes man. And you gotta work it out. You work it out yourself. You work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, man. That's you doing your thing as well. I'm not here. I'm not, huh? Yes, ma'am. Yaramia Kazak. Yaramia Kazak. Everlasting Mercy 144. Yeah. Hey, Shalawam. I don't think nobody can spell Yaramia. You know. But maybe she couldn't hear me. But anyway, accountability. That's what I was saying. Accountability. Right? You on TikTok? Yeah. Alright, fuck TikTok. I'm on this corner right now. Fuck TikTok. I'm on this corner right now. That's where I'm at. I was gonna say that. Nah, I'm playing. Alright, 2 Corinthians 13 and 5, man. Examine yourselves, whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves, how that Yahawashi HaMashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates. Right? Examine. You wake up in the morning, you pray. Then you go brush your teeth. You know your routine. Look in that mirror, right? You don't even gotta look in the mirror, but you're really just checking yourself. Right? Going over, you really trying to get in the right mindset, trying to stay in the spirit. That's why you like to wake up and pray. And me, I just wake up and I pray all throughout the morning. Right? You try to pray without ceasing. And then I try to do that to get in the spirit and stay in the spirit. And, you know, Yahawah may have gave a dream or whatever it may be, or just watch a video, right? You wanna get yourself in the spirit, in the right mindset. Because, bro, once you get into spirit and you in the right mindset for the day, you know, you may start it off with a video of a brother, you know what I'm saying? The day gonna go better, man. Being in the spirit and you just maintaining yourself, then whatever comes, it's like you're able to handle it even better, right? Because you're not going at the world in no carnal way, man. Like, damn, it's Monday, I gotta go to work, gotta go to plantation again. It's like, yo, you know. So, what's the word? Try to be optimistic in things. Yeah, we in the spirit of mourning. We ain't in the spirit of mirth. We ain't trying to party, but we also being optimistic because we know prophecies is passing, right? Things is passing weekly, week by week. We seeing everything unfold, and we seeing this place fall down. And you know, most people see the Shalawam act and be like, dang, they really coming at us. Or see the anti-Islam act, but we rejoice. Cause, okay, come on, ban the Bible. Come on, can y'all do it faster? Can y'all do it fast? Esau, can you ban the Bible fast? I mean, honestly though, let's get it popping. I'm ready. Let's get it going, man. Let's get it going. You know, we ain't trying to be here. We ain't trying to be here with y'all people know that much longer, man. All right, we ready to get up out of here. For the dude that told me to get a job, I'm ready for his ass to be on my plantation. I'm ready for his ass to get a job. Yo, that was hilarious. All right, verse 6. But I trust that ye shall know that we are not reprobates. Now I pray the power that you do no evil, not that we should appear approved, but that ye should do that which is honest, though we be as reprobates. For we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. Do no evil. You come into this truth, man, don't bring no blame to the ministry. Carry yourself a certain way, right? It was this one chick, and I think she was a scoffer set up or something, but she used to try to get in arguments with the brothers, man, you know, on TikTok. It basically had to block her because she was on some bullshit, right? But like it like Jake don't be having no common sense sometimes, man. And that's a part of the Tawaf, that's a part of wisdom. So she had one video of some bullshit, you know, but it wasn't like a sin. Then she had another video of like shrimp. She was at a restaurant and it was shrimp and lobster that she was eating with her dad. And I got a really good memory, so I remember it. But and she trying to be in the comment board and all that, and we told her, you know, learn in silence, right? And then she was trying to follow certain people, and they wasn't following her. They was actually blocking her. And she asked me, and I'm like I told her the law. You ain't, you know, you refrain from any appearance of evil. I basically told her that. She like, well, this video is old. It's a year old, and I don't eat that type of stuff. So why do you got the video on your page? You not refraining from any appearance of evil, right? That's common sense. You in this truth, and you know, bruh, we carry ourselves a certain way. So why you gonna have a video of shrimp on your page? You supposed to come out of that. What you doing this for likes? You doing this for, you know what I'm saying? That's why Jake gotta, you know, you gotta use common sense, man. And those type of people that just don't understand that, they just, you know, you hope they get it, but everybody ain't gonna get it. You know, and we comfortable with knowing that, all right? Because once again, we not Superman. We not trying to save everybody. We can't save. We not even saving. We just trying to wake up. And we hope that you work out your own salvation. Salvation is to be saved, right? We hope you try to save yourself by turning back to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, by turning back to the laws and commandments, by not eating shrimp, by not eating lobster, crab, by keeping the feast days, by keeping the Sabbath to the best of your ability, man. You know, it's a whole lot of things brothers may have questions on, you know, always. Like the Sabbath, right? You gotta go to work. You may have to buy some food at work. Or you gotta buy something, or let's say you gotta get gas, right? It's like your common sense, man. You might have to get gas. Alright, or something like that. Or you can get gas the day before, or whatever it may be, man. But don't be over righteous, and don't be like, damn, just because I had to buy some food at work today and it's the Sabbath, you know, I'm a terrible person or whatever. That's not that, man. First of all, we in captivity. So we breaking the law every single day. We gonna break a law every single day, not willingly, but unconsciously or unknowingly, right? Just off the way that this place is set up, off the fabrics, off the way that it's set up, you know, man, apartments. We don't even supposed to be living close to one another, right? But Esau, Edom, once again, what I said earlier, Yahawah wants you to keep the laws and commandments. Satan, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, wants you to break them all. So Esau, Edom doesn't care about you living close to one another. He doesn't care when it says in the Bible not to have people living close to one another. He'll stack you on top of one another. That's what you see in Queensbridge and Brooklyn and all of that up in New York with those sky-rise apartments. How they just like, what, man, like 50 floors? And they all on one another. All got apartments on one another. Yeah, they ain't supposed to how it's supposed to be, man. Because you living around all these, there could be a witch living next door to you. Okay, it could be a warlock living next door to you, casting spells and doing things like that. Right? And Esau, Edom know it's enough land in America to for everybody to live spaced out. Right? That goes back to the scripture, loosely quoting, we tried to save Babylon, but it ain't no saving her. You know, brothers know that one. There ain't no saving this place. Right? And so we can't go against it. Let's read it again. 2 Corinthians 13 and 8. For we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. For we are glad when we are weak, and ye are strong, and this also we wish, even your perfection. Right? For we are glad when we are weak, and ye are strong. And you can look at that also as when you're fasting. You fast to what? To cleanse yourself, to purge out things that you eat, and purge out wicked spirits, right? But also mainly to get closer to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. That's the main reason of fasting, to get closer to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. So we are glad when we are weak, and we are strong, because may not be strong physically because we fasting, we feel weak, but spiritually we stronger. Scientifically, if you want to get into the science of it, mentally you're going to retain information better when you have no food on your stomach, when you are fasting, right? When you are in a state of autophagy, you are retaining information better. And why is that? Because your digestive system is shut down. Okay? So your nervous system and all of that is just taking in stuff better at a higher rate. So that's why you should read the scriptures when you fast, because you're going to remember them better. That's why you should do lessons when you fast. You're going to remember them better. The spirit is going to dwell with you more, man. All right? Cleanse out your temple. And that's like my wife cleaned up the house today. And a clean house feels so much better, man. You know, overall, smells better. Ain't no stuff around. You know, just whatever, dishes, all of that, whatever. It's all clean. It's a more comforting environment, and you want that, especially when you're reading the word, when you study it, when you're going in. You want that comforting environment, right? You don't need to be unclean. So to people that think they can still eat pork and lobster and crab and all of that, that's an unclean act. Who can make something clean that is unclean? No one. No one, man. You know? Let's get that. And that's in Job 14:4. Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one. So don't error in not knowing the scripture saying that Yahawashi came through and changed the law. Yahawashi ain't changed no law. Okay? He did not change no law. He didn't say you can eat pork now. Y'all just doing that out of y'all selfish lust. People just doing it out of the flesh. Because the flesh is beating you up. It's kicking your ass. Right? You know, I can't give up the sausage. I can't give up the bacon. Alright, well, you're going to give up the ghost. You can't give up the sausage. You can't give up the bacon, but you better prepare yourself to give up the ghost. Alright? To give up the spirit. Because that's what's eventually going to happen. Alright? Let's go to Isaiah. It's like, yo, that's what I'm saying, man. People don't care about their temple. You don't care about your temple. If you can't give up basic carnal things, right? In the world, man, I used to smoke. We used to smoke weed. Brothers used to smoke weed. Now, a lot of brothers probably smoke weed in the world, right? And that was I used to look at it as a time to relax and get away from the world and get away from the plantation and get away from all that, you know. But when you come into this truth, you don't need that shit. Because you got a better foundation now. You're not Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. This truth is your coping mechanism. It's how you handle things. It's how you fight things. The brotherhood, right? That's how you fight things, man. That's how you deal with certain situations. You talk to your brothers. You don't talk to a blunt, right? You don't talk to a cigarette. You don't do these things, right? And at the end of the day, that was defiling your temple. You was destroying your body. You're like, man, smoke, herb, weed is a herb, man. It ain't defiling. You smoking, you destroying your lungs. Now, yeah, weed, cannabis is a herb. You could ingest it, right, via a brownie or an edible of sorts. You know, you could do that. Don't overindulge, just like you don't overindulge with alcohol. You know, because cannabis is a herb, yeah. But also, man, the way that it's set up now, it's all perverse with chemicals and all of that, right? But smoking goes back to the Moabites when they worship Buddha. That's why they also call weed Buddha. So it goes back to the Moabites and how they worship their gods, their false gods. So, and it's defiling your temple, it's destroying your lungs. So having that understanding is understanding you should not be smoking. Right? You should not be smoking. Right? And that's one thing that I gave up, right? So it's just, are you gonna care about your body? Are you gonna care about the laws and commandments? Or are you gonna be a wicked individual and say, forget the laws and commandments? I'm gonna do what I want. Right? I just did a lesson. The lesson was, who gonna judge me? Because that's what that's the type of spirit and attitude that Jake be having on them. Who gonna judge me? Shalawam, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Barak, Ahtham to you and your household. Jake be having that spirit on them, that attitude. Who gonna judge them? But when judgment befalls them, that's who. You got your answer. Because you thought you was higher than the Most High. Alright? Hey, Shalawam. You know what I'm saying? And I said that too. I said a lot of brothers probably, you know, because we was in the world, man, messing with a girl that was not beneficial to us, man. Messing with a whore, basically. You know, that's what she is. All right? And hey, a whore does what? She opens her legs to everybody. That's what America does. She opens her legs to everybody. Anybody that wants to come in. That includes commerce. America is a heavy import nation. And culture. You always got a Chinatown. You always got, you know, any type of nation can come to America and set up their culture, customs. Any type of nation can come through here and set up. She's a whore. She lets anything come in. She takes it all in, and she's gonna anything, man. Unless it's a Hebrew Israelite, right? She's gonna give it, what's the word, man? Preeminence over us. That's how the alphabet community has more respect than us. Right? You like, damn, I thought Esau wasn't gonna like. Esau is on their ass. Esau is like, yeah, y'all want a parade? Y'all want this? Y'all want these rights? Y'all want, we had to fight. Our people had to fight some decades for certain rights, you know. But hey, the alphabet creeps in when brothers know this. In the 90s, it was deemed a mental illness. But you get the right type of politicians up in there. Old drama, Obama, right? You get the right type of politicians up in there, and boom, they getting all the praise in the world. All right? But Isaiah 66, getting back to point. Isaiah 66 and 15. For behold, Yahawah will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. Touching on that. All the tornadoes in the Midwest, tornadoes in Texas, Kansas, all the tornadoes that's been happening. That's a whirlwind, right? More so just the way that Yahawah is coming with the chariots, the way that he's gonna devastate this place. Hurricanes, that's a whirlwind, right? Tsunamis, that's a whirlwind. Whirlpools, these types of situations. The way that he's gonna use nature to destroy this place. And then ultimately, Shalawam, brother. Ultimately, use the ICBM missiles to destroy America, right? And the chariots as well. Like World of Worlds, shooting and taking these people out. They're gonna be zapped, and their clothes is just gonna fall because the laser beams is that precise. It's gonna take their ass out, man. You playing with the wrong one. We trying to tell them they playing with the wrong one, man. It's Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. At the end of the day, man. So that's how he's coming. For by fire and by his sword will Yahawah plead with all flesh, and the slain of Yahawah shall be many. And who is his sword today? Esau, Edom. That's his sword at this point in time. And it's funny, Yahawah's just using Esau, Edom to do what he needs to do. Because he's rising up Russia. You can read that in Jeremiah 49, 50, and 51, or Ezekiel 38. He's rising up Russia, right? And other nations to come forth and fight the sword. But the sword is gonna, you know, this beast system is gonna be set up and everything, and it's gonna be war, man. What you know is World War III, right? Nuclear warfare. It's gonna take place, okay? And after that sword is done, after Esau, Edom, that sword is destroyed, then what? Russia is gonna be destroyed. That sword. Oh nah, y'all didn't just get to, cause y'all Edomites as well. Y'all didn't just get to take out America and get to go scot-free. Alright, y'all got y'all hand in a lot of dirt as well. Don't think that we don't know. Y'all got y'all hand in a lot of dirt as well as the Moabites. Don't think that we don't know. Ain't nobody going scot-free. Everybody had their hand in messing with us. Everybody, okay? Why is Putin just now wanting to tell us that Yahawashi is a melanated man? You could have told us that, shit, 20 years ago, man. All right, the Kremlin could have told us that. When it was the Soviet Union, y'all could have told us that. It's been in your vault for all those time, all those centuries, right? But you just now want to tell us that for your advantage. Oh, you want some mercy? You want Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi to give you mercy? No, you don't get no mercy. All right? He's going to use you in the trick bag, have you take out America and do what you do, and then boom, y'all going right along with them. Y'all about to join them. Get ready. All right? Family reunion. All right? Let's keep it going. I'm going to wrap up. About to wrap up. 17. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens, which is basically wicked establishments, wicked churches, wicked doctrines, wicked thoughts, behind one tree, and that's your false prophets. That's that one tree. That's that so-called prophet that you think is teaching the correct doctrine, but he's been lying to you the whole time. For lust, for selfish gain, for money. You know, I've been paying that man. And the word is to be what? It's to be told, not sold. You took it in freely, so you give it back freely. Loosely quote. We didn't have to pay for this word. I ain't have to pay no elder for this word. Alright? All I had to do was cut on my phone and go to YouTube and type in GMS. That's all I had to do. Alright? Or type in daily edification. Because I came up watching Elder Gabar just every day. You know, Elder Apostle Gabar, I came up watching Elder Apostle Gabar every day. And yeah, and just to jump off real quick, but you know, you got certain brothers that you may linger to more, you know. And I used to watch him a couple videos a day, you know. And that's it, man. The elders, man, the elders and apostles, the head elders and apostles. And then as you grow, you start, they'll say brothers' names, and you be like, okay, this brother over here, try to spell his name or GMS, whatever his name was, and then boom, you watch somebody else. And then you watch somebody else. And me being from North Carolina, South Carolina, I gravitate to the brothers down there, you know, and there's nothing wrong with gravitating to them even more because that's where you from, and the brothers sound like you know, and it may be, I think it may be such thing as like a regional spirit, you know, it may be a regional spirit in a sense, and there's nothing wrong with that, because hey, that's how it is, but hey, you getting edified as long as you being edified, right? I watch so many brothers across the nation, man. And shout out to all the brothers, man. Exhortation to all the brothers, man. Regardless if they under the title of GMS or affiliate that's teaching the correct doctrine, 100% doctrine, not going off, that's keeping the laws and commandments to the best of their ability, right? All right. You know, they ain't no trees in the garden. That's what. Let's finish that up. In the garden behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh, and the abomination and the mouth shall be consumed together, saith Yahawah. We ain't those. We are the proper trees. We are the proper branches. We are producing the correct fruit. It's a lot of men out here, just like that, that's teaching incorrectly, producing rotten fruit because they were rotten in their core, because their elders is rotten. Their understanding is rotten. I was watching the elders yesterday, and it was bringing out, man, how Al-Azhar and all them guys, they like on some gang shit, you know? And I'm like, man, that gang politics, that shit, that has nothing to do with this truth, man. Okay? You know, you leave that stuff in the world, you know? And the Wadi Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, I never got caught up in that in the world, but I got a lot of cousins in North Carolina, South Carolina that's a part of that. And I be like, man, why you know, but whatever. It's like whatever. You know, that spirit will catch whoever it catches. And just be, that has nothing to do with this truth. Alright? That has nothing to do with this truth. Alright? That's just the wicked spirit. And that's kind of the same similar spirit that Sakari had back in the day. Because they didn't want to bow down to Yahawashi. And they wanted to go forth and what? Fight the Romans. So they got that same spirit of, we gonna be militant and we gonna take the sword and we gonna fight our oppressors. Okay, you gonna get destroyed too by your oppressors. Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi gonna make y'all dudes an example. Alright? You gonna let Al-Azhar and all them clowns hype you up, and y'all gonna get blinkies and all of that, and y'all gonna go forth and go at Esau Edom. And you gonna get your head blown off, man. Alright, at the end of the day, and it's gonna be some gruesome judgments. It ain't gonna be no cupcake judgments. It's gonna be some real gruesome judgments for these brothers, man. Because y'all in the truth, and y'all should know better. Alright? At the end of the day, and when you know the correct names, and when you got this truth from the elders, and you still teaching perversely and contrary to the doctrine, you deserve whatever type of judgment you get. And at the end of the day, we hope those brothers will repent. We hope that the brothers that may be caught up in it that will repent and see the folly in their ways and turn back and come into the truth. Because you doing that bullshit, you saying that you don't got to worship Yahawashi, you not in this truth. You not in this truth. I don't care what, I don't care how many scriptures you know, I don't care how many times you go out on the corner. If you ain't got to bow down and worship Yahawashi, you teaching that, you're not in this truth. All right? you know. And with that being said, man, I'm gonna wrap up. I ate the water to all the brothers that gave precepts and rock with me. Shalawam to you brothers. All right, to the east, facing Jerusalem. All praises be to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of GMS that rule well and teach well in sincerity, taught us his truth. Shalawam to you brothers, man. All right, continue to teach, continue to preach. Hey, remove you. Remove you. Get your ass up out of here. All right. Hey, Shalawam, Shalawam, man. These clowns, man. Shalawam.